I am back with another analysis. Today we are going to talk about this news. It's about Amazon. It says that its involvement could give NFTs a much needed endorsement. The key points about this news is that Amazon has announced that it is launching its own NFT marketplace next month. Experts in the NFT space believe the involvement of major companies like Amazon helps ensure the longevity of this industry. And also, it says that the market has already been shaken up by Blur, which this news seems to it seems that it has been impacted them. But anyhow, what this news is going to impact, it's not Amazon itself, but the NFT space. But I was curious about this stock. It's a stock, and how is the situation? And also in the long term, next month, if they really announce that uh, and introduce that a new NFT, it might impact their stock as a lot of people might jump and buy it. Anyhow, that's a chance for us to jump into the chart as the excuse to look at the Amazon stock in Nasdaq to see what is the situation. As you know, we are going to use technical analysis to understand what's going on the chart with the price action method. It means that we always start with a completely clean chart and using the price action by taking a look at the price action to understand what's the situation. As you know, I prefer always start from weekly to have a bit of understanding of the history. I would like to zoom out a little bit because I'm seeing this downtrend here after this uptrend. I just want to know how much it is as the correction. If it is a correction, I can just draw this Fibonacci retracement tool, and I can see that yes, it has been just reached the 61.8 percentage, which is the golden ratio of this Fibonacci retracement tool. But I'm also seeing some sort of impulsive wave. It is an obvious 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's get rid of this because we are not sure if it is really going to be an impulsive in the end or it is going to be a correction. But what we can actually take away absolutely is this very important support zone, which was that Fibonacci level. And I can also see that how historically price has been reacted several times to this zone. So it used to be a resistance after the breakout. It is now behaving as a support several times during the history. And so we know that this is going to be a very important historical support zone. So I can call out that this is the historical support zone. So I have a typo here. So that's good. And also I can see that we have some sort of reversal. So this reversal, when I actually keep my mouse hover over the top of this, I can see also to the left that it has been touched the other areas, critical areas in the history as well. So this is the second important thing that we want to take away from this weekly chart, just recognizing these very important levels. So I can see that it has been used to play a role of a very strong resistance zone, but after the breakout, price reacted as the support zone to this level. Again, after the breakout, now it seems that lately, just few months ago, it has been again reacted as this. If you just forget about that shadow, it was the resistance, just a fake out as a shadow. But you know, this is a weekly shadow, so it is not really a shadow. But anyhow, price has been already reacted to that level. I guess these are enough to take away from the weekly chart, just recognizing those area. Also, just before jumping into the daily, I talked about that wave as well because I was curious if it is an A B C D or 1 2 3 4 5. I can see some sort of 1 2 3 4 5, but also I can see that the fourth wave has been entered the territory the first way. So it is not going to be a normal, maybe it is a leading diagonal or something like that, that they can, in those cases, they can enter each previous uh, impulsive waves territory as force corrective structure entered the first impulsive wave. I can also utilize this thread line to check it out that okay, how was that? Also, I can just draw another one below of this wave. I can see that it has been somehow as well created some sort of a falling wedge. So this is something that also we can take away from this weekly. So we have a very big falling wedge here. Um, as we are expecting that this is happening at the end of the trend, which was also the beginning of the trend. So some kind of five waves structure with some sort of a descending lower on the lower part of the channel, which created this falling wedge, which is usually a reversal pattern, and we are expecting that it gets broken to the upper from the upper side. But that's enough. Let's jump into the daily. We talked about this weekly a lot, but very good information. Let's take a look at this five wave structure to see if we can really confirm this is happening. As you can see, I can draw more arrows now as I'm seeing more details of how many times price has been reacted to these important levels. You can see that I can add as many as I can. So this is confirming that I have found this level correctly, I guess, at least, as I believe. But anyhow, if you look at this five-wave structure, I can see some sort of, after this first wave, I can see some sort of expanded flat. So you can see that it has been reversed as a corrective structure. Again, past the destination of the first wave a little bit, and then again it passed this destination of the A wave. So if we count this ABC as the minor wave for the second wave corrective structure, so I can change the color to something lighter, but more importantly, these are going to be the minor waves. So this is some sort of an expanding uh, flat. So as the second wave, I can see 1 2 3 4 5, or I don't know how otherwise I can count it. Anyhow, a little bit of a truncation here, but 1 2, the big 3 4 and 5 is obvious. I can also count them like this as well, uh, but these are again the minor waves. So we can change the color as well as the type of the waves. So from this time, as we had this side wave structure as the second wave, I can see a more sharp corrective structure, which was so sharp. If maybe we can call it some sort of ABC as the minors. I don't know. But anyhow, the fifth wave also is here. So with that, with those details, yeah, this is really look like a one wave. So I can jump and count them as 1 2 3 4 5 as well. So because I just call it, let's do it as well. This can be the 1 2 3 4 5, the last wave. Anyhow, I just want to confirm that I'm actually seeing some sort of maybe leading diagonal because, as I said, the corrective structure has been entered to the previous impulsive wave, and the leading diagonals has the form of 5 5 5 5 5, which is as we are sorry, They are 53535 as we saw by counting them with the minor waves here. So I'm now have a better feeling of what we saw here. Let's zoom in a little bit to see what we are seeing at the final of this uh, wave. We are seeing a reversal, but also if I zoom out again, if I shrink it, you can see that these, as a price action, we can see that how it created some sort of a fake out to this zone, reaching out that strong weekly structure, but it seems that it has some kind of passing the previous lows. It has some intention of that, even if it failed. But with that, with this reversal on this structure, with some sort of gap, and then coming back, I can see that, yeah, of course, it is going to be a starter. Let's jump into the hourly because we are so close to the end of this chart. So I can now name these, okay, after this five wave structure, probably we are going, if you want to complete the life cycle of the waves, we are going to probably see an corrective structure of ABC as just a placeholder, but major one, call it intermediate for now on this chart. But as the minor waves, I can see some sort of impulsive wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as the A. So the third wave has not the shortest. The first one is also uh, the corrective structures seem so obvious. Um, let's take a closer look to this corrective structure, which we have here. Let's get rid of this minor. I really don't like to have it. It's adding a lot of mess to my current view. Let's just take a closer look to this correction because we found that it is an impulsive. Um, let's just take a closer look to how much it has been corrected. Also, I can see a minor ABC. I'm not going to put it here, but this ABC has been reached to 78 percentage. So this is something that I really want to call out. So let's use the tool. This is going to be the 78 percentage of Fibo level. So with that information, we can see that we have formed this ABC to this level. This is a huge amount of correction. When you're seeing this, we should also take account of some kind of reversals or the next impulsive wave. It is not going to be that much powerful. These are some sort of signals because it has been past the golden ratio, 15 percentage, of course. Also the golden ratio, which is 61.8, and to the more than 78 percentage. But if we want to take a closer look to this hourly, we can also jump into the more lower time frame, something like this. Okay, we can see that this has been breakout to the top. So it seems that this B, which was the ABC itself is a corrective structure, has been broken, at least in this hourly view. And to be honest, when I took a look at this, it was not that much sharp. I just saw the breakout in that time. But anyhow, with all this information, we are almost reaching out. I just wanted to share you with this on this stream that my first conclusion, as you know, I come up with three type of conclusions: short term, mid term, and long term. I just wanted to share with you that the short term is going to be a continuation of this breakout to this level as well as this weekly structure, which we already it is done just a few hours ago. Price was close to this channel, and as you can see, I've created this channel around this C level, the A, B, C, the last wave of the minor waves of this major B. So this is the short term. It might be continued with a reversal and again, even maybe a little bit more because we have another resistance level here. But anyhow, if it is at 78 percentage, I was talking about that it might not be so much powerful, but maybe because of that news or I don't know, uh, what was the reason of this very powerful? I guess it has been happened. Yeah, it just 2 hours. So as I said a few hours ago, it was not as such the shape of the candle. So anyhow, um, I'm saying that yeah, this my short term. It is almost done, but just breaking these support resistance as I added more arrows to these, and also historically I extended, and you saw that how it is important. I'm not saying that it can just immediately uh, continue and break it. Probably after reaching this point, we might see some sort of correction to this level. So if it is going to be our first wave as an impulsive, or as the sorry, if it is going to be our first wave as our corrective structure, so this A, if it is going to be our C, so the first wave of this C, which is 1, so it is going to be corrected here, and then the third wave, which is more powerful, might broke that. So let's complete this short-term conclusion as it is going to be done, as it is going to reach out to this level, which almost it has been reached, and some sort of corrective structure. Anyhow, coming back to a, a, upper a bigger time frame. So here as a midterm, I'm expecting that, yeah, I would like to come up with two scenarios. The first one is that, yeah, after some sort of correction, we might see a breakout. That's one possibility. Or it cannot break these two zones, this very strong weekly structure as we are seeing as the top of this channel, as well as this zone. So the another scenario is that we might see some sort of reversal. And this reversal might be to any of these levels, maybe this level or maybe this level, this one. But this is my short term, uh, this is my midterm conclusion. Two scenarios, one to the top, which yeah, this was the short. So uh, for the midterm, after a little bit of correction, as we discussed, to the short term, maybe from here. So we have two possible scenarios. And let's jump into the weekly view. Let's reset the view of this chart. Hmm. Let's get rid of these arrows and stuffs here. I would like to have some more room, not that structure, I guess, uh, but this arrow. Let's get rid of this C, these wave countings. So I'm seeing this falling wedge, and as a long term, as I said, we have reached this place. So let's talk about each of these one. If in the midterm we are going to actually have a breakout, one of our scenarios, probably after reaching these breaking out this rise falling wedge, as well as that important historical level, probably we are going to see some sort of retest and the continuation to the width of this wedge, which is long, somewhere close this level to the top of this force level here. And another scenario, in case of uh, reversal from this point, we might still see a breakout later on. So the same, but a little bit slower. And also, a third scenario for is that it might create some sort of a range market, as this might be also can be possible because this after this impulsive, we might see we might have a longer side wave corrective structure here, and this might be possible to see some sort of a range market. But I guess breaking out this wedge to the top is more possible because this is something that we are expecting from this pattern as the reversal pattern, not just trapping it inside this range market. Also, that news seems so promising. You can see a very powerful candle. Of course, the week is not done, but it doesn't seem that it really finished, just returned back as we saw in lower time frames. So also for now, as we are talking, it seems to be a powerful one, which just going continuing the momentum of the bullish is something that um, can be counted. So these were our conclusion. Just take a closer look. I can still see that it is almost reaching out to a short-term target, but this might be the case if that NFT just get introduced and if it impact this stock, we might see just regardless of this 58 percentage that we talk about, it might be a jump, just a kick out, a rally to the top from this point, and it might be just something that yeah, of course, very possible to be happen. Anyhow, this was about this stock and the analysis of that. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any feedback, please put them in the comment. If you have more technical question about what I've shared here, you can use my Discord server. Feel free to ask your questions there. I will get back to you as soon as I get a chance. Also, you can see my previous analysis and streams on my YouTube channel. If you're watching me on Twitch, you can see uh, um, you can find the link in my channel there as well. So until next analysis, thank you for watching me and have a nice day.